Hey everybody, today we're going to go ahead and do the second part of Oathbringer, which is super exciting. Finally finished this ginormous tome. It's about 1,200 pages, a little bit more than 1,200 pages, so finally finished Oathbringer, which was very, very good. I was in a little bit of a reading slump, but I don't want anyone to think that it was because of this book. It was just two big books at the same time. So let's go ahead and talk about Oathbringer. I'm going to start with spoiler free, which seems kind of weird because it's a third book in a series. But we can go ahead and talk about it spoiler free really quick. Basically, I did love it. It really advanced the story and opened the world wider, which I love. It definitely, progressed the characters and grew them, which is awesome. It had good character growth. I did have some battle fatigue at the end, but other than that, it was absolutely great. It was really, really good. Just take your time with it. Don't rush it. It's such a big book. But that's really all I can say non-spoiler. Just really, really good world building and character building. But we need to go into spoilers. So let's go ahead and do that. I felt like I should go in order of characters. So let's start with Kaladin, because we always start with Kaladin. His arc is super relatable. Just him feeling like he's failed, and his reactions were so honest and relatable, and they didn't feel forced at all. They just felt so real, and I just love Syl being such a support for him and always being there for him, and it was just like such an amazing arc to me. And I'm a little sad that it doesn't really 100% resolve at the end, but I also kind of like that because that's very real life, it doesn't just get fixed by the end of the book. That's not how life works. So excited to see where that goes and how he can evolve, hopefully grow a little bit more stable in the future. But it was definitely a very honest and raw book for Kaladin, which I guess the other ones were too, but it just felt very natural. Shallan, I also very, very much enjoyed. The thing I loved about Shallan was the mix of the real world things, just like reaction to trauma, and the magic system coming together in like a logical fashion. So that I really, really enjoyed a lot. So this is spoiler, so I can talk about it. Like with her split personality, it just feels like her particular brand of magic and her trauma would like just logically conclude in the split personalities. So I really enjoyed that. It felt real and it felt like it breathed in the world, if that makes sense. For the ending, I guess I'll talk about that with Adolin in a second because I want to talk about both of them. For Adolin, I'm finally starting to like him. I didn't really like him at all the first two books, but I'm starting to like him now. This book, he really grows, and I really like his arc. Reminds me very much of Sokka. I don't know if y'all have seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, but Sokka is like the only non-bender of the group. And at the beginning, I mean, Suki is not a bender later. But he's the non-bender of the group, and he really has to like wrestle with that. And so Adolin's journey really reminded me of Sokka's. So it's almost as if he's also kind of like Katara too. He's like very much like the emotional support of the group. So it's kind of cute that he's Sokka and Katara like together. where he's struggling with being the normal one, which is never the case. There is no normal. But he's also like there for everybody else. So I really liked that, and that's why the ending I did like, despite always wanting Shallan to be with Kaladin. I'm not like upset by it because I like Adeline more now. These names are really hard if you have dyslexia. I like Adeline now more, so I was okay with the ending. It made sense to me. I just, like, that's not what I predicted, and I kind of still wanted Shallan with Kaladin. But the way they did it made sense, so I wasn't, like, mad or anything. I liked it, so we'll see. And then Dalinar. Oh, I didn't really like, before we go to Dalinar for Adeline and Shallan, I didn't like that they were, like, super lovey-dovey at the end, to the point where, like, they're annoying other characters. That always annoys me, so I hope that doesn't last long, so we'll see what happens in Rhythm of War. Apparently I need to finish this fast because my voice is going out. Dalinar, I love his backstory. It's so emotional and so scary, but I also love how it connects with the present day plots and everything, and I just think that was like really cleverly woven in. So enjoyed learning. I enjoyed watching him learn to be a political leader instead of just a military leader. So that dichotomy, I really enjoyed him learning the difference and what could be the same and what could be different. So that's really cool because there are definitely different kinds of leaders, and that's definitely a good thing to learn for him. And him and Navani are still adorable, and I love them. Yasna, we didn't get a ton from Yasna, so I still don't really like her. Sorry if y'all are like huge Yasna fans. She becomes queen in the end, and I think that was pretty much the logical conclusion to that, so I like that because she has more of a personality for being queen than Adeline does. It was kind of when Adeline like gave up the throne and he was like super whiny about it, so I feel like he could have articulated his thoughts a little better. But I'm glad that they chose Yasna, but yeah, don't really know her still, which is annoying in the third book. That's ginormous. Yeah. And just in general, I love the world building of Shadesmar. Obviously, it reminds me a lot of Tel'aran'rhiod in Wheel of Time, which, I mean, Brandon Sanderson's a huge fan of Wheel of Time, so it makes sense. It's not the same, it's not so similar that it's annoying, but it's definitely fun that it's like a different world that only certain people can access, so I liked that a lot. I liked the different rules and the different cultures, and yeah, I just really enjoyed it. The Shadesmar's part starts to touch Shallan, but it was really, really good. When your book is 1,200 pages, some things are gonna be a little long. But yeah, like I said in the intro, in the non-spoiler, I did get a touch of battle fatigue. I think part of it is that I'm very auditory and not visual, so I feel like the battle would be so interesting to imagine to someone who's visual, but when I read books, I don't have pictures in my brain. That's not how I enjoy reading. I listen and hear voices and that kind of thing when I read. I don't picture things like a picture, so I feel like Brandon Sanderson is very much like a cinematic kind of author, so I feel like someone who's more visual and can like visualize the scene might enjoy his battle scenes a little bit better than I do, because it was just a little long to me. But I feel like I'm probably in the minority when that with that, because I don't know, like, some people hate this book, but I think if you dislike this book, it's because you don't like Shallan from what I've observed of the fandom. Obviously, I'm very new to this fandom, so I don't actually know. But that's my review of Oathbringer, the second half. So let me know down in the comments what you liked about it or what you disliked about it. But please do not spoil anything past, because I have not read anything past Oathbringer. I've read Edge Dancer. I have not read Arc Asylum, I think is what it's called. And I have not finished Mistborn. So please don't spoil those things in the comments, because now I think it's about to like connect and stuff, so I need to finish Mistborn soon. So thankfully I have my brother who's consulting on all of the Cosmere stuff, so don't worry. My brother will tell me if I have to read something before something else. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope y'all have a great day. Bye.